I am Meggan Morgan.
I'm Gianna Moglino.
I am Aislinn Yeidel.
I'm Kseniya Bobro, and we are the Wicked Weeds.
Population growth charts estimate that by the year 2100 there will be between 7 and 17 billion people with hungry mouths to feed. After the Second World War, there was the Green Revolution. Industrial agriculture saw a huge shift. In order to meet the growing population demands as seen on the previous slide, and to maximize profits, small and medium-sized farms consolidated into large-scale monocrop farms. Livestock operations started utilizing concentrated animal feeding operations, and large grocery store chains bought out the smaller local stores and started shipping food all across the country. Industrial agriculture is a wicked problem because it is so complex. The environment will be affected no matter how we farm. However, the way we are currently doing it is unsustainable. It adversely impacts the climate, biodiversity, the quality and quantity of our water supply, the soil, and our health. On this slide, it shows our stakeholders of the industrial agriculture problem. There are many different stakeholders. These are the main ones. The government, farm owners, farm suppliers, and consumers all have varying interests in how things are done, which are often in opposition to each other. Not everyone agrees on whether the treatment of our land and animals, our synthetic fertilizer and pesticide use, or our water supply and fossil fuel depletion is ethical or not. However, our group is extremely hopeful that there are steps we can take to move toward a more sustainable future. We have come up with strategies and solutions that, once implemented, will move us toward the very bright future of sustainable agriculture.
So our first strategy deals with the intervention of individuals in local communities. Choosing locally cultivated goods reduces energy spent on food transport, and that also helps support local communities. Selecting organically grown products are better for the environment as well, as it does not pollute water and soil, and it's also healthier and more environmentally friendly to buy from producers who use free-range and organic approaches. Gardening in local communities can also enrich the quality of life for people by providing an opportunity for neighborhood and community development. Not only do these gardens provide inspiring social exchanges, they also encourage people to be self-reliant. And community gardens can also be aesthetically pleasing, which can help beautify neighborhoods. If a community garden isn't available, starting a personal garden is also a really great idea. Additionally, you can also compost your own food waste. Breaking down organic items into compost helps grow new plants, and turning waste into compost means less trash gets burned in the ground in the landfills. And lastly, agriculture sustainability relies on the notion that we must meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So communities must promote and advocate for the establishment of sustainable agriculture education programs. Public or private funds can be used to create and apply this curricula for all education levels as well as for the general public. But local communities can also provide public forums specifically to focus on the issues within sustainable agriculture education, teaching, and learning practices. This collaboration between individuals and their communities can serve as a facilitator for community empowerment and change.
A grassroots movement would encourage more and more people to take the future into their own hands, which would pressure governments to intervene and make change. And corporations will not go down without strict government regulations and policies, as well as widespread backlash from consumers. Local, state, and federal governments should make real efforts to pass laws that would ban the widespread use of synthetic pesticides, herbicides, and fertilizers in agriculture, and instead encourage the growth of local, sustainable agriculture. Regulations must be put into place that protect the sustainability of animal husbandry, such as laws regarding antibiotics, diet, and living conditions. These practices must encourage the responsible use of resources as well as the well-being of the farm animals.
Our group believes that in order to make industrial agriculture practices more sustainable, we can analyze and modify the existing systems currently in place and also implement new sustainable systems from scratch. The industrial agriculture industry can become more sustainable by modifying the existing systems and creating new ones. The current state of industrial agriculture is dominated by monoculture farming, concentrated animal feeding operations, and the use of harmful pesticides such as Roundup. Monoculture farming practices can be replaced by polyculture farming, with animals freely grazing on pasture land. Farmers could utilize natural fertilizer through the use of cow manure and food waste compost. This would replace the need for cancer-causing fertilizers that contain glyphosate, such as Roundup. Another solution is putting an end to concentrated animal feeding operations, also known as CAFOs. Concentrated animal feeding operations can be replaced by utilizing more agricultural land to accommodate a comfortable amount of space per animal. Additionally, farmers could stop injecting animals with growth hormones to increase their size and increase profits. As described just now, it is 100% possible to make the agriculture industry more sustainable, and our group is very hopeful that the changes I just described will become a norm in the industry.
We would like to conclude this presentation with an inspiring quote by John Paul II. It reads, "The earth will not continue to offer its harvest except with faithful stewardship. We cannot say we love the land and then take steps to destroy it for use by future generations." We believe that if we as a society and government can implement these solutions and strategies in the way that we farm, that we will move towards a beautiful and bountiful, sustainable future.